Hey, today we're going to be picking up where we left off yesterday, and that is talking about Express Cash Offer, how to present figures, overcome objections, and move customers closer to making a purchase decision or a selling decision. So what I'm going to do real quick is let me go ahead and share my iPad screen here, and let's look at how this process works out. So first of all, as we discussed yesterday, we have a quick on-site inspection. Customer gets their Express Cash Offer from your dealership website. You can even do this with the customer right in the dealership showroom as part of your internal sales process. And if I were in retail right now, I would seriously look at that part of the process and then do a pre-appraisal or a quick on-site vehicle inspection. When you do a quick on-site inspection, you have the ability to go through and rate all of the areas of the vehicle, whether that's exterior condition, interior condition, mechanical condition, wheels and tires, under the hood, and maintenance. This is really designed to be a very simple process that anybody can execute, that you could take this part of the Express Cash Offer solution and incorporate it into your process on day one. Hand this type of worksheet to a salesperson and say, walk around the vehicle with the customer and rate the vehicle. Pretty easy to say. Is it a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1 star for exterior? You can, and then go through, okay, that's going to be a 4, that's going to be a 3, that's going to be a 2, that's going to be a 3, that's going to be a 4, that's going to be a 3. Add all those things up and then come up with your overall star value right there. That's going to give you the ability to come through here and then provide the customer different values. So if a customer gets an Express Cash Offer from your website, whether they're in store or at home, and they're coming in to do that vehicle on-site inspection, it's at this point you can say, okay, you know, 4-star vehicle rating, that's going to be at $22,382. Because of our on-site vehicle inspection, there's some reconditioning and some other items that need to be deducted. So the bottom line is we're going to be looking at reducing this $1,300. And then you can just do the math on that, right? Be $21,082. That is going to be the overall Express Cash Offer that you're going to be willing to purchase the vehicle for. And then you can take that times 7% to get an estimate of what the payment's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and do this right over here on my calculator. So let's take 21,082 times, we're going to do 6%, which is going to be $1,264 and change. 1,264 plus 21,082 equals 22,346. So now you have the two numbers you need to be able to do a 2-number value presentation to a customer. So example, sit down with the customer and say, hey, you know what? We have, let's use this form right here. You know, we've purchased thousands of vehicles from customers just like you, and with the increased demand for pre-owned vehicles, your vehicle is at the highest value it will ever be. Now, we've completed our on-site vehicle inspection and validated your Express Cash Offer for your vehicle. Now, based on the current market condition and the condition of your vehicle with all the reconditioning needed, we're prepared to purchase your vehicle for $21,082. Now we can pay off the balance of your vehicle if you have one and get you a check for the rest, or if you have no balance, we can get you a check cut for the full entire purchased amount within 24 hours. Or you can trade in your old vehicle for a new vehicle and receive $22,346 with the additional tax savings. All I need you to do is just give me your okay right here or right here and let me know which way you'd like to proceed. And then sit back and allow that customer to respond. So now this is not necessarily anything that is different than we have been doing in the automotive industry for years, right? Where we have a way to present figures to customers And whether you're selling a vehicle or you're looking at purchasing a vehicle, really what needs to change? You need to have a structure on how you're presenting figures. Utilizing a worksheet like we're sharing right here is a great way to do that. You have some justification. You have the ability to present those two numbers. You have the ability to have that customer respond to that final closing statement or question, right? And giving the customer the power of choice is a lot better than just having the customer say yes or no. Now, the rest of this video, I want to share with you some examples of how you can handle the customer at the point that you've made the presentation of numbers to the customer to purchase their vehicle or to get that customer to trade in. And in my experience, one of three different things are going to happen. The first thing that's going to happen, the customer is going to initial off on one of these options. For example, they say, okay, yep, I'm ready, $21,082. I'll go ahead and sell you my vehicle. And if it were me, I would just move forward and start doing the, move forward, do all the paperwork and purchase that vehicle from the customer. Or what they could do is maybe ask a couple qualifying questions. And a qualified question might be, okay, so just make sure I understand. You're going to pay me $21,082 for the vehicle if I sell that vehicle to you. And whatever my balance is, you're going to go ahead and pay that balance off. And if there's anything left over, you're going to give me a check for that. Is that correct? So now that's just a question. Yes, that's exactly what we're willing to do. We're willing to purchase your vehicle for $21,000. If that works for you, let me just go ahead and get your okay right there, and I'll get all the paperwork ready so we can go ahead and make that purchase transaction. Or what's going to happen is the customer is going to object. So number one, they're going to ask a question. Number two, they're going to say okay. And number three, they're going to provide some sort of objection. Now the objections primarily are going to fall into three different categories. Let me go ahead and share them with you. So for example, the customer might say, and let me go ahead and get this shared with you. The customer might say, hey, actually, let me get this also over here. All right, the customer might say, you know what, I can get more if I sell the vehicle myself. Now, this is an objection that you're going to get whether or not a customer is looking at purchasing a vehicle from you and purchasing a vehicle and trading that vehicle in to you, or if you're just looking to straight out purchase that vehicle. So this is a common objection in any scenario. This is a very cool way to be able to handle these objections from customers. Now, as you can see right here, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move in the direction of the customer's objection. Now, the customer says, you know what, I could get more than that $21,082 if I sold the vehicle myself. The goal with this is just say, yes, you're absolutely right. You could get more money if you sold that vehicle yourself. Now we're going to want to transition to that in a way to move the customer closer to us from a value perspective, and with a trade is a great way to do it. So to further validate that statement with the customer, yes, you absolutely could get more if you sold the vehicle yourself. You might be able to get as much as $4,000 more. So truly going to that, I'm at $21,000. I'm saying you could get $25,000, right? And if it were me, I would probably go through the effort of selling the vehicle myself so I could recapture that higher amount. But there are three things that you're going to want to take that you may want to take in consideration when selling your vehicle yourself. You mind if I share them with you? The goal there, let's create some curiosity. Of course, the customer is going to say, yes, please share them with me. So number one, it takes us 3 months to sell a nice car. Now, I'm not saying it is going to take you 3 months, but if it does, there may be some additional costs that you might not be taking into consideration. For example, do you have any monthly payments on your vehicle right now? Now, that's something I probably would not want to know at this point. I don't care what the customer is paying for their car. I don't care if they own it free and clear or if they're 10 grand upside down. My goal at this point in the process where I want to buy the vehicle, that's when I'm going to find out if there is a payment. Customer says, yes, I have a $350 payment. No problem. $350 times 3 months. That's $1,050. Now, if I'm over here and I said we're willing to purchase the vehicle for $21,000, you could sell the vehicle yourself. That's going to put you at $25,000. And for $25,000, I tell you what, I would sell the vehicle myself. But again, there are going to be some things you're going to want to take in consideration. Mind if I share them with you? Great. Do you have any monthly payments in your car? Yes, you do. They're $350 times 3 months. That's $1,050. We're going to take $1,000 off there. That's going to put us at $24,000. Now, and then you can kind of further validate that in this close, right? So if it were me, maybe it's worthwhile even to sell the vehicle for $24,000, even if it takes you 3 months to do that. Number two, we spend on average $1,000 on reconditioning, and your vehicle actually needs to have tires added to it as well. So $1,000 plus the tires, figure that's going to be probably $800. That's $1,800. And we can do the math. We can do the math on that, right? So that's going to be what, $22,200 for the purchase price. So when we sell a vehicle, we on average are going to spend $1,000 on reconditioning. Of course, you're going to have to clean up your vehicle. You have to buff it out, make sure it's in nice, good shape. Put those new tires on the vehicle. That's going to be another $800. That's $1,800. So that's going to put you down to $22,000. Now that's still going to be $1,200 more than we're paying you for the vehicle at $21,000. So you might want to take the time to do the reconditioning, put the tires on, wait the 3 months, invite potential buyers to your home or your work to take test drives of the vehicle, and then ultimately in 3 months sell the vehicle and pocket that extra $1,000. Now, the last thing that you might want to take in consideration is that there is going to be some advertising that you're going to have to do, and you're going to be giving up that tax credit that I talked about before. So now with that tax credit, if you remember, we were at like, $1,300. So now that's going to put you below our offer at the $21,000. So I tell you what I would do. I would look to just sell that vehicle to us today or trade it in, get rid of a car that you don't want, get into a vehicle that you do want, and go ahead and get this taken care of today so you don't have to spend any more of your valuable time in car dealerships. Now, so the question is, would you consider selling the vehicle to us for the $21,082, or would you look at trading that in and taking advantage of that extra? Let me just go ahead and get your okay right here. Okay right here to go ahead and trade that vehicle in today. So now what we've done is we've provided a way to overcome those objections when it comes to price. This is kind of a long way around, but it gives you things that you can talk about why you should consider doing business with us right now, today, instead of just trying to sell your vehicle yourself. Now, we can also look at, well, what happens when a customer says, you know what, I just need to think about it. This is going to happen again, whether you're selling a vehicle or you're looking to buy a vehicle from a customer. Utilizing this close is a great way to be able to overcome those objections, and it's going to come down to just a couple different things here. So for example, again, moving in the direction of the customer's objection, no problem. I completely understand. This is a big decision. Now, in my experience, no matter how long you're going to think about it, it's going to come down to 3 different things. Mind if I share them with you? So now that's one of those things that we're going to constantly use curiosity to engage conversation and asking those questions. It's going to come down to 3 things. Do you mind if I share them with you? Great. Is this the right time? Now, obviously, you've gotten this far. You've visited our dealership website. You got our express cash offer. That intrigued you enough to come into the dealership. We've gone through the vehicle on-site inspection, and we're prepared to purchase your vehicle right now. So the question is do you feel like this is the right time to go ahead and sell your vehicle or trade it in on something else? Customer says yes. Okay, so we got a yes. Now customer says, well, is the money right? Now, I know you said that You're hoping to get a little bit more, but based on the market, the condition of your vehicle, we feel that that $21,082 express cash offer purchase value to you is a very fair price. It's a very good price, and I don't think it's going to be any higher anytime soon. So do you really think that the money is right? Yeah, you know what? It is. Money's right. Okay. So the last thing that you need to think about is, are we the right buyer for your vehicle? I can tell you that, we've been here for decades. We've been physically in this location for many, many years. We have a very high rating on Google, on Facebook, on the Better Business Bureau, in Dealer Rater. We got high scores. Now, the only reason that we can continue to get those high scores is if we continue to do the right thing over and over and over and stand behind all of the vehicles that we purchase and all of the vehicles that we sell. So my question to you is, do you feel that we are the right buyer for your vehicle? You do? Okay, great. So now I got 3 yeses from the customer. Now, so answering 3 yeses to all these questions means that now is the right time, the money is right, and we are the right buyer. So what I would do is I would make the recommendation to you to stop spending any more of your valuable time in car dealerships going through this process, and let's just go ahead and move forward today, get you out of a vehicle that you don't like, let's get you into a vehicle that you do like, and you can go ahead and stop spending more of your valuable time in dealerships. What do you say? Are you willing to go ahead and move forward with the 21082 and sell that vehicle today, sell us today? Or would you like to trade that vehicle in and take advantage of those additional $1,346 in tax savings? Again, get to the point where we give the customer option 1, option 2, overcoming those objections. Now, the last objection is going to be, I need to get what I owe on the vehicle to go ahead and move forward. Now, this is an objection that we have been hearing in the automotive industry forever, and I can promise you that this is not an objection that's going to be going away anytime soon, especially with the hyperinflation of new vehicle sales prices, the higher cost and value of used vehicles as you're selling. As the market normalizes and we get back to a normal business strategy, what's going to happen is we're going to find a lot of consumers are going to be in situations where they owe far more on their vehicle than the vehicle is worth. So being able to overcome these objections is going to be critical to the success for salespeople and negotiation. This is a great way to be able to handle those objections. So for example, customer says, I owe more than that, and hold on a second, let me get this one up. I owe more than that. I'd have to at least get my payoff for me to go ahead and make that decision today. And again, what we want to start with is moving in the direction of the customer's objection. And we can do that by saying, you know what, no problem. I completely understand. Most of our customers find themselves in the exact same situation that you find yourself in today. And that is owing more on your vehicle than your vehicle is worth. And like I tell everybody, your vehicle value has nothing to do with what you owe on the vehicle. For example, if you owned half of what you owe right now, would you want to get half of the value? No, you'd want to get what the vehicle is worth. So the vehicle's value really has nothing to do with how much money you owe on the vehicle. So with the increased demand for used vehicles, I can tell you that your vehicle's value is at the highest point it will ever be. So what I would do, and my recommendation to you, is take advantage of those high values right now, which puts us at that $21,000 purchase price. And let's get out of the vehicle that you're in right now that you don't like. Let's get you into a vehicle that you do like. So my question to you is, would you be willing to sell the vehicle to us for the $21,082, or would you like to trade that vehicle in and take advantage of those additional tax savings of the $1,300? Just give me your okay right there, and we'll go ahead and get you into the vehicle that you like. So that's 3 different ways you can overcome objections when presenting figures for the trade. So really what this comes down to is You're going to have customers coming to your dealership website every single day. One of the most important things that they're looking for is to find out what their vehicle is worth. Utilizing a technology like Express Cash Offer gives you the ability to provide a real offer in real time and move more of those customers into leads. Have a great way to invite those customers to schedule an appointment for a quick on-site inspection. You can do that inspection, and then it's all going to come down to presenting figures. And a great way to do that is utilizing a framework like we have outlined here. Maybe you want to change the verbiage on it, but have an outline, train your salespeople on how to present figures, overcome objections, utilizing some of the words and technologies and tools that we've shown off in this video. I appreciate your time checking out our videos like I always do. Now you're going to find this video plus many others at intice.com.